Hello everybody, it's nice to see you again. I have another story today, and today my story is called Mog the Forgetful Cat. There's Mog, and he forgets things. Bit like me, I forget things too. Once there was a cat called Mog, and she lived with a family called Thomas. Mog was nice, but not very clever. She didn't understand a lot of things. A lot of other things she forgot. She was a very forgetful cat. And there's Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Thomas, and there's Nicky, and that's Debbie, and there's Mog, and they all live together. Sometimes she ate her supper. Then she forgot that she had eaten it. Look, where's my supper? Sometimes she thought of something in the middle of washing her leg. Then she forgot to wash the rest of her leg. And once she forgot that cats can't fly and fell out of a tree. But most of all, she forgot her cat flap. The cat flap led from the kitchen into the garden. Mog could go out and in again. It was her very own little door. Hello, are you back, Mog? The garden always made Mog very excited. She smelled all the smells. She chased the birds. She climbed the trees. She ran round and round with a big fluffed up tail. And then she forgot the cat flap. She forgot that she had a cat flap. She wanted to go back into the house, but she couldn't remember how. In the end, she sat outside the kitchen window and meowed until someone let her in. Meow, meow. There's Nicky opening the window for her. Afterwards, you could always tell where she had sat. This made Mr. Thomas very sad. He said, "Bother that cat." But Debbie said, "She's nice." Can you see why Mr. Thomas is feeling sad? Because Mog has trampled in his flower beds. Once Mog had a very bad day. Even the start of the day was bad. Mog was still asleep. Then Nicky picked her up. He hugged her and said, "Nice kitty." Mog said nothing. But she was not happy. There she is, because she was having a lovely sleep. Then it was breakfast time. Mog forgot that cats have milk for breakfast. She forgot that cats only have eggs as a treat. She ate an egg for her breakfast. Mrs. Thomas said, Bother that cat." Debbie said, "Nicky doesn't like eggs anyway." Mog's eaten Nicky's egg. Mog looked through her cat flap. It was raining in the garden. Mog thought, perhaps the sun is shining in the street. And when the milkman came, she ran out. The milkman shut the door. The sun was not shining in the street after all. It was raining. A big dog came down the street. Mog ran. The dog ran too. Look at that big dog. Mog ran right round the house, and the dog ran after her. She climbed over the fence. She ran through the garden. She jumped up outside the kitchen window. She meowed a big meow. Then very sudden and very loud, Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother that cat." And Debbie said, it wasn't her fault. Look, she meowed so loud that Mrs. Thomas dropped all the peas that she was cooking for dinner. Mog was very sleepy. She found a nice, warm, soft place and went to sleep. She had a lovely dream. Mog dreamed that she had wings. She could fly everywhere. She could fly faster than the birds, even quite big birds. Suddenly, she woke up. Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother that cat." Debbie said, "I think you look nicer without a hat." Look, Mog had fallen asleep on Mrs. Thomas's hat, and now it is ruined. Debbie gave Mog her supper, and Mog ate it all up. Then Debbie and Nicky went to bed. There's Mog eating the fish. Yum, yum. Mog had a rest too, but Mr. Thomas wanted to see the boxing fight on television. Mr. Thomas said, "Bother that cat," because Mog's tail was covering the TV. Mog thought, "Nobody likes me." Then she thought, "Debbie likes me." Debbie's door was open, but Debbie's asleep. Debbie's bed was warm. Debbie's hair was soft, like kitten fur. Mog forgot that Debbie was not a kitten. What is he doing? He's licking Debbie's hair. But Debbie had a dream, and it was a bad dream. It was a dream about a tiger. The tiger wanted to eat Debbie, and it was licking her hair in her dream. Debbie shouted. Mog jumped. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother, bother, bother that cat." Debbie said nothing. She was still crying because she had had a bad dream. And there's poor Mog. He's got frightened. He's running away. Mog ran out of the room and right through the house and out of her cat flap. She was very sad. The garden was dark. The house was dark too. Mog sat in the dark and thought dark thoughts. She thought, "Nobody likes me. They've all gone to bed. There's no one to let me in. And they haven't even given me my supper." She's forgot. She's had her supper because she had fish. And she's forgot her cat flap. She can get in, but she's forgot about it. Then she noticed something. The house was not quite dark. There was a little light moving about. She looked through the window and saw a man in the kitchen. Mog thought, "Perhaps that man will let me in. Perhaps he will give me my supper." Can you see that man? I don't think it's Mr. Thomas. Who do you think it is? She went onto the flower bed. She meowed her biggest meow. Meow! Very sudden and very, very loud. The man was surprised. He dropped his bag. It made a big noise and everyone in the house woke up. Mr. Thomas ran down to the kitchen and shouted, "A burglar!" The burglar said, "Bother that cat." Mrs. Thomas telephoned the police. Debbie let Mog in and Nicky hugged Mog. A policeman came and they told him what had happened, and the policeman looked at Mog. He said, "What a remarkable cat. I've seen watchdogs but never a watch cat. She will get a medal." Debbie said, "I think she'd rather have an egg. Mog likes eggs." Mog had a medal. She also had an egg every day for breakfast. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas told all their friends about her. They said, Mog is really remarkable, and they never or almost never said, "Bother that cat." The end. What a lovely story. I really enjoyed that story. I hope you liked that story too. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.